Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tushari's Math Academy. Today I'm going to do the grade 11 second term English medium data representation. That is 15 chapter. Under this, we are learning histograms, frequency polygon, and cumulative frequency curve. Right? Major three topics. Right? First one, histogram. Right? Histograms. Histograms are just like bar charts, right? But the difference, the bar graphs, you get a gap between the bars. Now look at this. Now bar graphs, when you have drawn bar graphs in small grades, can you remember? There is a gap here. But in histogram, you can't have the gap like this. Okay, right. Now histograms, we have a lot of types of histograms. Lot of types of histogram. The basic one, right, is this, right? Now look at this. Now when you want to draw histogram, the first check the gap between the class interval. The gap is 10. Here 10, here 10, here 10. That is the basic histogram, right? Now this is how you draw when you have equal histograms of frequencies with equal class intervals. Right? This is how you draw. Right? Okay. Now just draw. Right? Very easy. Just like a bar graph. But you must know something special thing in this histogram. I want to explain that. Now, look at this. This histogram, the data is starting from 145. Right? If you draw the correct scale, 0, 5, 10, 15, blah, 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 blah. 145. Now only we are starting the data. 155, 160, 165, like that. Okay? So, we wasted our valuable time marking the scale and wasted the space also. To avoid that, we drag this. Right? From here, we drag this scale to here. That's why we put a zigzag. Right? It was there. We drag them to this to avoid the wastage of space and the time also. Right? Now, this frequencies is now you can draw 0 to this is the correct scale. Then we don't need to put the zigzag here. If you want now, assume that they are starting the data 50, 60 like that, then you can drag likewise, drag the scale here. When you see the zigzag, that is not in the correct scale. 0, 145. So only it has jumped to 145. Right? But when you are dragging the scale, you have to put the zigzag. Then you draw 45, that is 4, like that you draw the histogram. Right? Now, at the same time, I want to explain frequency polygon. Frequency polygon. Another new thing, huh? The second topic of this lesson, frequency polygon. Right, frequency polygon is a polygon with equal area with the histogram. Now look at this. This is how you draw. You get the midpoint and the midpoint of this and join. And take every bar's midpoints and join. This you will draw with the straight edge, stool right? When you draw, you get two triangles. Then I cut this triangle and add the dotted triangle. Right? Now here, join this to this. Then these should be equal. Drawing part is not that good. Right? You cut this and add the dotted part. There you get a polygon. Right? Since we are using the frequencies, we call that as frequency polygon. With part, then you cut this and add this. Right here, you take now. If you take 2 by 2, you take the 2 by 2 and get the mid of this. These two, if you take 2 by 2, two gaps, two squares gap, here the midpoint is this. Then you join this to this. And you cut this and add this. There, every time I cut a part of from the histogram and add extra part which is equal to that triangle to the polygon. So there you get a nice polygon curve. This is also covered with this, right? And there you get a polygon. What is the special feature with similarity of frequency polygon and the histogram? The areas are equal. This is called histogram. Histogram. And this is called frequency polygon. Polygon. Okay? Right. Now, special feature in the exam, they will ask, what is the special feature with frequency polygon and histogram? The areas are same. Okay. Now, we'll go to the next type of histogram. Now, this is a basic type. That's the first type. The next type. Histogram for discrete data. Right? You know, there are two types of data. Discrete data is data for whole numbers. Continuous data for decimal numbers and fractions. Okay. Now, discrete data means whole numbers, right? Now, look at this data 30 to 39. Between 39 and 40, there is no data. No decimal numbers because this is for discrete data. So, if you draw by taking these values, you get a gap. There, 30 to 39. 30 to 39 and 40 meters. There is a small gap here. Okay. So, small gap. So, you can't have gaps in histograms, right? You can't have gaps in histogram. So, to avoid that, we draw a class boundary table. If you have class interval with gaps like this, right? Now you can see the example 40. There is a small gap here, one gap. Here also there is a gap. So you can't draw at once the histogram for this data. Before we draw the histogram, we have to draw the class boundary table. Class boundary table. Now look at this class boundary table. 30 to 39. But check the gap between these two numbers, 39 to 40, there is 1. 1 you divide by 2. There you get 0.5. Assume the gap is 2. 2 divided by 2, the gap 1. Answer is 1. But here the gap is 1, we divide by 2, 0.5. We add 0.5 for this number, 39, and 0.5 subtract from this. Then from the 40, I subtract 0.5, that is 39.5. Then add 0.5, 39.5. Now there is no gap between the class intervals. So that we are drawing the histogram for these two data. We are not taking this class interval, right? Okay, when you have a gap, you draw the class boundary table and draw. Right. Now we'll see how to draw the histogram for these type of data. Now look at this. Here I have taken 29.5, 39 for zigzag. I have put because that is not in the correct scale. Then 39.5 to 49.5, 59.5. Then you can draw. That is the histogram. Right. We'll draw the frequency polygon also for this the midpoints and join. Midpoint of this, then the gap is here, then midpoint is this, we join. There you get a nice polygon. like this. The areas are same. Right. Now we go to the next type. That is histogram for frequency distribution with unequal class interval. As I said earlier, when you have data to draw the histograms, right? Make it as a habit to check the gap. Sometimes you get unequal class intervals. Now, this is an example like this. Now, what is the gap between 30 to 50? What is the gap? 20. This one, 10. This is 10. This is 20. And this is 10. Now, see, the gaps are different. So, take the smallest gap as 1 unit, and this is 22 of that. Then you divide, you don't know, this data divide by 2. We are marking 24, not 45. Now here good, that is good. 32 is good because that is 10. This is also good. We are marking this. This one, double of that. That is 10 divided by 2. If the gap is 30, divide by 3. Then you are 12. Then you are marking 12, not 24. Then here also good. There you are marking the same. There you get, look at this 30 to 50. You are marking 24. Now we see how to draw the frequency polygon. That is very, very important. Because now if you get this mid of this and if you join this to this, what will happen? This triangle is small and this is bigger. So you can't have like that. So assume that there is a small indivisible bar is there. And get the midpoint of this bar and midpoint of this bar. Then only we join these two and join this to this. And join this to this. There you get the triangles same. And here no problem, you get the midpoint. Here also we assume earlier there are two bars. Take the midpoint of this bar and this bar and join this to this and this to this. Right? And finish by my joining these. That's how you draw the frequency polygon for unequal class intervals. Right? There is something extra that we have to do. Right. I assume you can understand frequency polygon and the histogram. Now we'll go to the next part of the lesson. Right. Quartiles. Quartiles and interquartile range. Right? Now look at this. Now we'll assume the data as a stripe. Right? We divide that stripe into two equal parts. This is called Q2. Quarters. I am dividing stripe into 4 parts. The quarters, quarters. Quarters, right? This is Q1. This is Q2. This is Q3. Quarters, right? Q1, Q2, Q3. Okay. Now we'll see how to find quartiles, right? Actually, Q2 you already know. That is Q2 is the median. You have learned in grade 8, grade 9, median. Now, Q1, Q3. Right? We'll see how to do. Now, first you write the number distribution in ascending order. Right? 4, 6, 7, 8. Write ascending order. How many numbers are there? 7. Then 7, this is not clear for you. I'll write it in my handwriting. 7 plus 1, always add 1. And into quarter, first quarter is 1 over 4. That is 8 into 1 over 4. That is the second number. Second number. Is that clear? Second number. 2 is not the part Q1. Second number. Second number is 6. There. Right. Next one, how to find the Q2? Right? 7 plus 1 into 2 over 4. That is 8 into 2 over 4. That is Fourth number, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth number is this, 8. Then Q3, 7 plus 1 into 3 over 4. That is 8 into 3 over 4. Then 8 you can get the sixth number. Sixth number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 18. Right? Once you find Q1, Q2, Q3, you can find the interquartile range. Interquartile range equals Q3 minus Q1. That is 18 minus 6 equals 12. 18 minus 6 equals 12. I assume you can understand, right? Now, actually, without these things, you can get manually also. Now, look at this. Midpoint of this is 8. That is Q2. Then consider these three numbers. The midpoint number is Q1. Midpoint number is Q3. Likewise, you can get manually, right? Now, we go to the second example. There are 8 numbers. Now, luckily, earlier one, we got a complete number, second number, fourth number, sixth number. But in this, 8 digits are there. 8 plus 1, we'll get the first quartile, 8 plus 1 into 1 over 4. That is 9 over 4. That is 2, 1 over 4. When you write in a mixed numbers. 2 means second number. That is second number. 2 means second number. The second number is 12. Second number is 12. 1 over 4, the gap. You get the gap. Actually, second 2 and quarter is somewhere here. Then you get the gap. 18 minus 12 is 6. Plus gap into 1 over 4. That is divided by 3, 2. There you get 1.5. Then you add 12, 1.5, 13.5. Right? Study this carefully. Now you get 2 and quarter number. 2 and quarter number is somewhere here. Second number is 12. Then get the gap. 12 and 18 gap is 6 into 1 over the fraction 1 over 4. Right. We'll go to the second Q2. How to find the Q2? Q2. Right? 8 plus 1 into 2 over 4. Then 9 into 1 over 2. That is 9 over 2. That is 4, 1 over 2. Fourth number, 1, 2, 3. Fourth number is 20 plus, what's the gap? Gap is 1. 20 and 21, gap is 1. 1 over 2, that is 0.5. 20 plus 0.5, 20.5. That is the Q2. Q2. We'll go to Q3. 8 plus 1 into 3 over 4. That is 9 into 3 over 4. This is 27 over 4. That is 6, 3 over 4. What is the sixth number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 23. Plus, what's the gap? 1. 1 into 3 over 4. That is 0.75. Then add 23 plus 0, 23.75. Right? That's how you find the, then you can find the interquartile range. That is Q3 minus Q1. Right? Okay. Now we'll move on to the other part of it. That's how you find the quartiles and interquartile range. Right. Now to find the interquartile range, quartiles and interquartile range, when you are given the class intervals, how you are going to find class intervals. Right. Now look at this 5 to 10. Right. Now you draw the cumulative frequency curve. To draw the cumulative frequency curve, you must have cumulative frequency table, right? These are the data they give, 5 to 10, 0, 5, 15, like that, you get the frequencies. When you have a lot of numbers, you get this data in class intervals, okay? Right, now, first of all, these two are given in the exam. Right? You have to draw the table like this and cumulative frequency you have to draw. This part you have to draw by yourself. Then you add the cumulative means addition, right? Addition of the frequency 0. Then you add 3 to this 0. Then there you get 3. Then add 3 to this 6. You write 6 here. Add 8, 14. You write here. Likewise, add 14, 28. Add 6, 34. 38, 40. Likewise, you write the cumulative frequencies and draw the graph. For this, you have to have a graph sheet. Don't draw in the normal square rule paper. Draw the graph. Draw in a graph sheet. Right? 0, 10, 5, like that. Okay. Then how do you mark the points? Keep in mind, the starting is 10, not 5. 10, 0. 15, 3. We are marking these two. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. Right? Then 26. Likewise, when you mark the points, you get a graph like a seahorse. Okay? Like that. Seahorse, like a seahorse, you get a graph. Then now we'll see how to find the Q1, Q2, Q3 from the graph. Right. Most of the time you are getting this, huh? Right. Now how to find Q1, Q2, Q3 using the graph. The maximum number of the frequency is 40. 40 you divide into 4. Multiply 1 over 4, there you get 10. 10. The corresponding value of 10, the x value is 23. That is Q1. Then 40 into 2 over 4, that is 20. 20 corresponding value is Q2 is 28. That's what I got. Right? Right. Then 40 multiplied by 3 over 4, that is 30. 30. Like that. You get 32. Right? Now Q3 minus Q1. Then once you find Q3 minus Q1, you get the interquartile range also. Right? Okay. Now this lesson is a little bit long and definitely you are getting this for the exam. Right? Subscribe my YouTube channel and click the bell icon also. Then there you get the future lessons you can see. Right. Thank you for watching my video.